I got invited for an interview. Hey, Mom, I got invited for an interview. What do you mean, what kind of interview? I didn't know there were different types of interviews. Or how do I find that information out? Welcome back, YouTube. If this is your first time visiting our page, my name is Ladarius Woods, and I'm one of the co-founders of Admissions Highway, a company whose number one mission is to help pre-PTs and prospective applicants live out their dream of becoming a physical therapist. If that person is you, a pre-PT or a prospective applicant, please consider subscribing to our YouTube page. So, you just got word that you've been invited for an interview. And if you're like me, when I got invited, I was excited, jumping through the roof. But I want to let you in on a little bit of a secret. There are different types of interviews. And if you don't know the type of interview that you're going on, you might be setting yourself up for failure. So, I'm going to discuss the top 3 types of interviews that you may be going on in the next few months. So the first type of interview that I want to discuss is the typical interview. So if you've ever been on any job interview, this is what the typical interview is like. So you come in, you introduce yourself, they introduce themselves, and you go through just those typical interview questions, such as, why do you want to apply to our school? What are some of your strengths? What are some of your weaknesses? How have you dealt with adversity in the past? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? What do you see yourself in 10 years? And for that one, my advice to you is just look for those most commonly asked questions and just study those multiple times. Another little tip that I would give you is visit our page at www.admissionshighway.com, and I go into a little bit more detail on how to maximize your score on that typical interview. The second one I want to discuss is the red flag interview. So with the red flag interviewing, this one, your PT programs, they're just looking for you to screw up. So those same questions that you got asked in the typical interview, where what's your strengths, weaknesses, adversity, where do you see yourself in 5 years, 10 years? Your programs are asking you those same questions, but they're really looking forward to see if you fit their program. So they're looking for you to show a little bit of humility. They're looking forward to you showing a little bit of forward thinking. All of those things is what you're looking for. But in essence, as long as you don't screw up, then you increase your chance of getting admitted into their program. Similar to the typical interview, visit our website at www.admissionshighway.com, and I go into a little bit more detail on how to maximize that red flag interview score. The third and final one that I want to discuss is the multiple meeting interview. I liken the multiple meeting interview to speed dating. And basically, they're just multiple stations set up. And you'll go to a station and you'll get asked a question, such as, if you were a flower, what type of flower would you be? And what they're looking for is like your critical thinking skills. You may say, I want to be a rose because I may be sweet on the outside or beautiful, but then I got a sticky side, right? Or you may want to be a lily, whatever that is. They're just looking for you to critically think. Or you may go to another station and ask, if you were an animal, which animal would you be, right? I don't know, some people may want to be a butterfly or a lion. If you had a superpower, which superpower would you be? Invisibility, right? Speed, whatever that is. You're going to go through these multiple stations, and they're really just going to be looking at various constructs and how you critically think through some things, or be able to kind of assess your leadership skills, your volunteer skills, and so forth. And just like those other two, visit our website at www.admissionshighway.com, and I go into a whole lot more detail on how to maximize your score in the multiple mini interview process. As always, if you've taken anything from this video, the only thing we ask you to do is please share it with a colleague or a friend who may benefit. Our goal is to help as many people as possible live out their dream of becoming a physical therapist.